you beat HBK, and you were supposed to be the villain. He was supposed to be the good guy, but guess what? You were cheered heavily, and he got booed out of the building that night.
Well, and I'm not trying to add to that, but I will, is that on that night too, they made me hit Jose Etherio with the camera. Now, I said that night when they were going over that, not that it mattered, but I think my stories are pretty the same. This is, you promise this thing, and then it just seems like so happens so much to me. I was just told I was going to be a babyface. Not that it mattered really a lot. I was on guaranteed money at that point. And I said that's why I would take guaranteed money, because I didn't trust anything Vince said. But when they said the dude hit him with the camera, I said, man, I thought I was going to be just a babyface. Well, we got to sell seats to that arena. And by doing that, that really started off with, I was always like this anyway, but made me one night, and I've always liked, sort of like that, not until this point, it really defined it, where one night I was a babyface and one night I was a heel. I'd work for the heel one night and the babyface the next night. And I know I was the first to have done that, and we did business everywhere we went. And I know the first to do it and sell tickets doing it. So that did sort of start that off, which it was made for a good run, made for the business to take off. But, yeah, I remember that night.
Yeah, it was interesting. You weren't really a bad guy, you weren't really a good guy, but you got cheered so much. And I just love that it's MSG. They think that by you hitting them with the camera, maybe you might get booed, and the crowd goes nuts, and they loved it when you won. I mean, you were so over. It was unbelievable. I still have great memories of that night.
Well, me too. And how I got there actually was a better memory for me. Some people heard the stories that what was happening there was, I was told that we all told that Vader was going to be in that match that night, and I was going to put Vader over in the pay-per-view before it in your house. Vader actually put me over going to that match, but I was supposed to put him over there. But what got me to that was working in Vader in the Madison Square Garden show before SummerSlam is when I think I changed Vince's mind to put me in that match and take Vader out of that.
You think it's because you're so over and he is so in tune with that New York crowd too? I mean, he loves that MSG crowd. That was his father's crowd. That's his crowd.
Right.
So
I think really I did as well in that MSG as anyone, as far as, being over, no matter what position I was in, heel or babyface or whatever, what road I was taking, what curb I had my foot on. But again, it was, I loved that place.